you. Things on the island must have changed a lot since then. Oh, shall we take a look around?
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination and crush them. Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea. Burning their ships is the path to success.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. This explains their aggressive posture. We could split into two teams, one to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind enemy lines and set fire to their ship. They'd have nowhere to run. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by one until our whole line of defense disintegrated.
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troops arrived. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move. Since we lack sufficient troops, I don't think we can afford to engage the enemy at this time.
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave? Surely there must be another way.
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost. As for where this help is supposed to come from,
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. You've arrived just in time. Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been monitoring their movements, waiting in ambush here. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into two teams. Can we ask you to keep them occupied?
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we won't let them get away with it.
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage their ship. Let's meet back here afterward. Watch yourselves. We'll be back shortly.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on, let's help them get this situation under control.
You'll get frostbite.
Check this out!
No, my soul!
Let's move! Wind strike!
You're not going. Stay ready.
One with wind and cloud!
I see that. Ow! Oh no! This is it.
Wind strike!
Disgusting. Roasted fried.
Rain outlines your fate.
This one's well done. An unfortunate fault. This first. Now you got it.
Fire it up!
You can't run. Well, don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Counterattack. Get it together. I miscalculated.
One with wind and cloud!
Witness the power of Kokomi.
Use this first.
Don't get too close!
What an annoyance.
Fire it up!
This is trouble.
Wind strike!
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without you.
What's that you're holding? Is it the directives from Kokomi? Let Paimon see! Oh, wow! This is a whole book! Is it all Kokomi's directives?
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. I have 5 more volumes with me.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive than most. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality, no matter how complex.
Oh, understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone writing them all down. Must have taken Kokomi a heck of a long time.
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence. Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population return to normal life. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol, construction, and farming. Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build houses. Said they'd have to drag him away from the front line, kicking and screaming.
The spirit of the resistance is alive and well, huh? Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast. Do you know where we could find her, Guru?
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. If I'm not mistaken, Her Excellency has gone to deal with it in person. We should probably get going ourselves. And, also, on your way over, please check in on the soldiers. I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's causing it. They won't say. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit.
Sounds good. Paimon was just thinking it'd be good to see everyone again. Ready when you are.
Time to go.
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish too? Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. Watatsumi Island wouldn't have come to peace without your efforts. I wasn't with Swordfish 2, but I did see you in Tatarasuna. Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've noticed it too. In fairness, the battle isn't long over, and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Every single person looked death in the face that day. It's not victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't just snap back into normal life again. I don't know what else it could be, but what I do know is that as long as Her Excellency is with us, and all the more so now that you're back, seriously, if there's ever anything you need...
What a nice guy. Let's...
Peace at last. Living the dream. Don't I know you? I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but I'm guessing you're not with the Shogun's army. So, do you need something? Unsettled? Unsettled? Not that I would, necessarily. We're at peace now, finally. And I, for one, intend to make the most of it.
Huh. Seems he's about to fall asleep.
I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks? Give me a break. Why would she...
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryou Commission. I heard they've been secretly coordinating with the Fatui.
Wait, for real? You're sure?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring.
I knew it! The Tenryou Commission are a bunch of crooks. I'll never change. Honestly, it's kind of naive for Her Excellency.
Shh! Keep your voice down. Someone's coming.
Hey there! What you talking about?
Captain, you're back. Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing just now?
No, let's not mention it. She's one of her closest advisors. For all we know, the peace talks could have been her idea.
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. We should probably play it safe. Welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain. Nothing to report here. Everything is A-okay.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over if you wish, Captain.
Paimon definitely detected some hush.
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the... I knew something was off about a Tenryou Commission merchant doing business here.
I'm innocent.
Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set... Take him away!
Wait! Kokomi, there you are! Something's going down over here!
Your Excellency! This merchant is suspected of criminal act. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet...
I haven't.
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're concerned for the safety, but before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, we must give him the chance to... If he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he does... Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your...
Of course. I can explain everything. I'm a trader on the island, so naturally I built up some inventory. I was planning... but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now, you think about that. First I lose all my inventory, then I get...
And why should we believe you? So what? That doesn't prove they took his goods. And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryou Commission's hands.
What? The Tenryou Commission are colluding with the Fatui now? This is the first I've heard of it. I suppose it is true. What's that got to do with me?
What, the Tenryou Commission start colluding with the Fatui app? We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like he'd have the time to be But on the way over here, we accidentally...
It has been brought to my attention, yet we are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them. Kujo, Sara, and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talks to discuss future plans, but just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing, if that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were...
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way.
Very well. The potential ramifications of this, however, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the...
Yes, of course.
Matsuda? Uchimura?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, I mean, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation? Good. I also have a few new...
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a Hilichurl camp. Who knows why the Fatui occupied it?
Looks pretty heavily guarded. supposed to get in?
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain here gives us an advantage, and we haven't given away our position so far. Our enemy is in the light, while we are in the shadow. Option 1. Take the king, and it's checkmate. The Fatui's presence in Inazuma is weak at present. If we strike from above and take down their leader first, the rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up. Option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example. A store of gun. If we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, they'd be caught completely off guard. Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid.
Wow, that's our...
That will depend on ours. A surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution. With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without... If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be... It seems that you share my strategic sense of... This is my preferred tactic. Let's work together to give them the surprise of the...
Rest and rebuild!
Well met.
The explosion was roughly the size I expected. Hopefully we've given them a fright.
Shouldn't get too close. Can't run.
Hold the line!
Well, I see through you. Don't be a killjoy. You've only just begun. You can't run. Well, here you are. Don't be a killjoy. I've only just begun. Miscalculated.
Rest and rebuild!
An unfortunate fault. Let's move. You haven't seen the last of us.
Check this out. Wind strike. Fallen leaves. Adorn like that.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Looks like I went too far.
Fire it up.
What a nuance. The loneliness of death.
Well now. A process of elimination. Check this out. Wind strike.
Allow me...
Let me read your verse.
No escape.
Billowing surge!
Gregarious. No escape.
Hold the line!
Can't run from death.
Excellent work.
All thanks to your genius tactics!
Actually, even the best tactics live or die on the strength of those executing them. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone involved. Victory never belongs to a single person.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make a pretty big contribution, huh? Hey!
I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find the Fatui laying low in a... What's their objective? Are the soldiers right? Let's scour the camp for evidence.
All right, time to... So these are the Fatui food supplies? They look... Hey, look here! Could these belong to the merchant? There's a lot of... Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials! This is way too dangerous! Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant's stuff! Look!
I see. Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all right. Food, medicine, farming tools, all essential for post-war recovery. And he was, by contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any... In all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant.
He's hardly a saint, though. We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him...
Don't worry. I had already foreseen this. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential... If he had taken the time to read the decree...
Kokomi, you think of everything!
I wish that were true. Take this silhouette. Nothing. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against the clock to get all of...
Got it! First we met...
Back, huh? Thank you, Your Excellency. And thank you, Captain. You see? I told you I was innocent.
I'm not so sure. You could have easily planned the whole thing with the Fatui in advance.
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's nothing to suggest he had any correspondence with them. Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates...
But what if...
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods.
Apologies.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you?
Sir, I am afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you. You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforce...
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, I abide by the principle of clear and just as merit must be recognized, mistake.
Wait a minute,
Well, don't just stand there. Take him...
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't add up. Those of a Tenryou Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. As for the rest, I'll leave you to sift through and try to track down the owners. I know, that's a lot to ask.
Not at all, Your Excellency. We're on it. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case, but our people know what they saw. So I know the peace talks are coming up, so please keep an open mind.
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it further consideration. I'm going to take these items back to the Sangonomiya Shrine. Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you. It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine. You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi, it was close to the statue of the Seven. Back then. But after she struck down our protector deity, relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be let go of.
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy schedule? Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear.
Thanks.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this, if we reconcile with them, the god who once...
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is barely over.
I know, it's just...
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the options carefully, and be sure...
Wonderful.
Oh, Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you at a place like... do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sangono, I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellence... I mean, just look at Her Excellency, still so young.
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out for her.
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year.
Oh, Your Excellency! Isn't this the captain of Swordfish?
Your Excellency!
Please, remain calm, everyone. Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the shrine. Are you all right? This kind of thing is water off a duck's back for you, huh?
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of...
Oh! We retrieved those already.
Really? That's fantastic. You never... I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your... Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meeting today on the development...
That's today?
Right. Yes, the two young ladies have arrived safely. We're just...
I see. Oh, let's...
Yay! The victory feat!
That's the name of the game.
Great! See you tomorrow.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.